Known for his blistering speed and amazing reflexes, Muhammad Ali is widely regarded as the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Landed in a tough spot in there with Clay peppering him, and down he goes.
But just how good was Muhammad Ali during his prime? In my opinion, at his very best, he was virtually unbeatable. Ali's prime consisted of a 10-fight period starting with the first Sonny Liston fight in 1964 and lasting until his final fight before being banned from boxing in 1967.
And I heard at ringside when I fought Sonny Liston, knock that out. That needs a good whooping. He talks too damn much. Put your fist in his mouth. Well, I didn't care what he said because he paid $250 for the seat. And I went to the bank laughing, you understand?
Of his career. And then we look in depth at the incredible skills he showcased during that period.
I just got to say, you're just too darn fast for any of these heavyweights around.
After making his opponents miss, Ali uses one of his main weapons, the pull counter. Watch as he uses his cat-like reflexes to slip the jab and then quickly come back with a piston-like right hand.
Yeah.
Ali makes his opponent pay when he misses and gets a comfortable victory. Alex Mitev was a decent heavyweight in the 1960s and had some small successes by going to the body early. He landed a nice overhand right there, and in Ali's prime, his hands were always low, and he did get caught occasionally. One thing I liked about Mitev was that he was quite good at using the cross-arm defense. See how he uses it effectively as he comes forward. But Prime Ali had an incredible fight IQ and was a master of figuring out his opponents. In my opinion, the precision of Ali's punches is what makes them so impressive. He's throwing punches with lightning speed, and somehow they are all incredibly accurate. How many times do you see a guy throwing a double jab and right hand while on the back foot? Never. This was an incredible show of skill from Ali. Sonny Banks gave Ali a huge scare early in his career. From the outset, it was obvious that Banks' best punch was his left hook, and he was going to be continually trying to get it off. He did get it off to the head and body.
Ruby Goldstein ruled that no knockdown.
It was an interesting sequence. Ali traded hooks and got the worst of it. He's not quite in his prime here. This would have been a very good learning fight for him. Once again, Ali puts himself into a position where he was trading left hooks and gets the worst of it.
Now the knockdowns are even. 15 seconds to go.
Ali adapted pretty quickly and took over the fight.
A little more.
By this stage, he had figured Banks out. Notice how he lured Banks into an exchange of left hooks, but makes sure that his own punch lands.
There goes Banks down. That's a knockdown, all right. A flash knockdown, just like the one that floored. Hold everything, hold everything. Came close to glory when he had Clay on the floor in the first round, but...
Next up for Ali was the undefeated Billy Daniels. From the outset, I thought it was clear that Ali had improved. He was even faster than before, showcasing his lightning-quick pull counter and his double jab right-hand combinations. When you carry your hands low like Ali, you're going to take some punches. Daniels managed to land a big right hand, which got most of the crowd out of their seats.
Left eye, several of them.
But ultimately, Ali's class shone through. The double jab and right hand combination kept working, and the fight got stopped due to a cut.
That's all. Mark's on is stopping it. Julie Isaac, the winner by a TKO, Cassius Clay.
After arriving into Wembley Stadium wearing a crown and royal robes, Ali got a predictable reception from the crowd. Henry Cooper was the much-loved British heavyweight who everyone hoped would knock the brash American out. Cooper's left hook was a world-class punch. It was clear that his game plan revolved around trying to land that punch. Cooper had some early success with his jabs and counterhook attempts. I think Ali usually started off slow so that he could acclimate to his opponent's speed and get his own timing down.
So many fights too quietly. Cooper has come out full of fight. And now Clay is arguing with the referee that Cooper's trying to hold him and he's getting angry. And at one stage there I thought he even poked his arm out at Mr. Cooper now, what we always feared about Cooper, round 3. He's going to have a job to get through with that eye.
The bad thing about Cooper was that he was prone to getting cuts. He got a bad cut here, and it ends up being the reason the fight gets stopped.
Cooper now is when you're a world heavyweight contender. And Cooper's eye already bleeding again in the 4th round. He's just threatening. And he's teasing Cooper. He's trying to make Cooper look small.
Ali began showboating, and Cooper took it.
It's all over in round 5. And Clay is getting bombarded with programs from angry ringsiders. The man who was put down at the end of the 4th round.
In the biggest fight of his career, Ali faced off against the formidable undisputed champion, Sonny Liston. This was Ali's peak performance. It looks like the video has been put on fast forward mode. His speed and reflexes are absolutely awesome. This level of speed was never seen in the heavyweight division before and hasn't been seen since.
Very slippery.
One thing that doesn't ever get mentioned about this fight is how good Liston is. Notice Liston's incredible head movements.
Because the hands were tied. Sonny will be the guy that'll keep mauling away. 1 minute more in the 1st round.
I think Liston is one of the best heavyweights of all time. It's rare to see head movements like this in the heavyweight division. Ali started to take over the fight with his blistering combinations and fast reflexes. Despite Liston's high-level head movements, he can't keep up with the speed difference. In fairness to Liston, nobody would.
He has a cut below the eye, and he's getting hit with all the punches in the... Jarring right hand that time, folks. Another one. Sonny wobbles. Sonny wobbles. Cassius has him hurt. Sonny is... You didn't hear it. Champion Joe Louis.
One of the things I love to see is a truly great fighter having to use everything they know because their back is against the wall. Let's see what Liston tries. Liston knows he can't land a single jab, so he keeps trying to double it up.
Style, and it's confusing for the champion to fathom. You know, when the bot...
The jab isn't working, so Liston tries to land lead punches, especially off his head movements. It works, but Ali makes the adjustment quickly. Liston starts taking risks. He's trying to bully Ali.
He's content to rip toward the body, trying to bring the guard down and then go upstairs. Inside, if you watch closely, the champion is clubbing away.
But Ali is just too elusive. At the end of the fourth round, Ali starts complaining about Liston having rubbed something in his eyes. With Ali in visible distress, Liston comes out and goes straight after him.
Badly. Sonny's gonna try to pull it on.
It looked like Liston was going to get the knockout.
Sonny fired his best left hook so far.
But once Ali's eyes started to clear, he took control of the fight and Liston was struggling once again.
Cash's play still was in the sixth round.
At the end of the sixth round, Liston retired in the corner and Ali was the heavyweight champion.
Get him over there if you can. He's throwing kisses to everybody. Cassius Clay.
At this point in time, this was considered the biggest upset in boxing history.
The biggest upset regardless of the odds.
I think that's the biggest upset. I think Liston probably has been rated by most of the people in America that he was the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, biggest upset in the history of boxing.
Biggest upset in the history of boxing.
The circumstances surrounding the rematch between Ali and Liston are suspicious. Ali had just changed his name because he had joined the Nation of Islam. Malcolm X had been assassinated a few months before the fight. The FBI even concluded that the fight was fixed. Years later, Liston would claim that he wasn't hurt when he was on the canvas and that he threw the fight. The reasons are still unknown, but in the first round, Liston gets caught with a sharp punch, and because of the incompetence of the timekeeper and the referee, I think he has to pretend to be hurt for a longer time than he intended.
Sonny cannot move. Check the time.
I think Liston definitely threw the fight. Former champion Floyd Patterson predicted a quick knockout of Ali. Ali came out dancing and showboating in the early going. Not only would these tactics allow Ali to adjust to the speed of his opponents, but they would also demoralize the opponents because they were seeing how difficult it was to hit Ali. They were also getting embarrassed by Ali's showboating.
Hands very low.
The left hook is the punch that has dropped and hurt Ali in previous fights, and at this point, Floyd is seen as the best left hooker in boxing.
Hard to slip.
I think that Ali has really entered his prime in this fight. He is extremely elusive and very fast.
Clay is changing his style.
I think Ali's jab was one of his best weapons. After walking Patterson onto a brutal uppercut, Ali gets a jab knockdown on Patterson, which you rarely see in boxing.
Floyd will take a knockdown. Floyd will... Mandatory.
Patterson shows very good head movement in the fights.
He gets a chance. Floyd still walking, stalking forward.
But he's just outclassed.
More than a left jab.
He was never able to land his patented left hook. Ali kept up steady pressure.
Beautiful shot all the way. Play is.
And eventually the referee stopped the fight. It was an early stoppage, but by that point, everyone knew that Patterson had no chance of winning.
I'm just so surprised that he could take so many punches. And I like it.
After being knocked down heavily, before getting up to win against Henry Cooper in their first fight, Ali traveled to the UK again to give Cooper a rematch.
I don't quite know whether they're just...
This time, Ali dominated the fight with no issues.
Demanding a clean break.
Ali's speed and elusive ability was on full display early as he warmed into the fight.
Cooper's left side work close in.
Notice the constant feinting and cat-like reflexes anytime Cooper launches an attack.
But it was Clay's right hand there.
Cooper was having a very difficult time landing anything. Ali was able to avoid everything he threw. In his prime, it was extremely difficult to hit Ali cleanly.
That's holding and not me.
I think Cooper's biggest weapon was his left hook, and he was never able to land that punch in the fight.
Clay does not do any infighting at all. That's his one weakness. Despite this cold weather.
Cooper even resorted to some low blows in a clinch.
Very untidy in the clinches here, and again Clay appealing to the referee that he was hit low. There for a straight left jab. These are Clay's left jabs are more flicks than hurtful punches. The Cooper ones are far more.
Ali began letting his hands go, and I think Cooper was just not in his league. Cooper got cut by a right hand. Notice the slashing way Ali throws his right hand here.
Yes, Henry Cooper's left eye is badly cut. A really bad one, which is a right hand clip there in the far corner. On his side now, and referee George Smith.
Cooper was known to have skin that would cut easily. The sight of blood only makes Ali even more aggressive, and he goes after Cooper. Even though the tape is in black and white, the cut looked horrific, so it's understandable that the referee stops it.
Henry Cooper was fast. He was hitting awful hard, and his hook was good, but I was a little too fast tonight. Unfortunately, he was cut, and he is easy to be cut. I hit him a few times solid, but it didn't bother him. But he ran into a hard right hand, and that opened him up.
Ali showcased his incredible speed against British fighter Brian London next.
Fastest and most elusive heavyweight in the history of boxing. The British people, of course, are still very excited over the World Cup Championship in soccer. A week ago, they'd like to have the second World's Championship coming their way by virtue of a London win tonight over Cassius Clay.
London couldn't land a single punch in the fight.
Good snapping left hand by Cassius Clay. His face getting just a little bit red under the left eye.
I think this was a complete mismatch.
Superbly positioned boxes.
Ali's jab was on point, and London never came close to hitting him.
Just a little more regularly by Cassius Clay. And that, as you saw, Clay rolled with. Good right hand by Cassius Clay. A good right hand, and it staggered London for a moment.
In the third round, Ali went up another gear, and London was knocked out easily. Notice how Ali uses feints so effectively.
London in a tough spot in there with Clay peppering him, and down he goes. He was in a bad spot in the corner, and he is down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's all over.
I threw about 7, 8 punches, and just about everyone connected, I think.
The first heavyweight title fight to ever take place in Germany featured Muhammad Ali fighting Karl Mildenberger.
The first southpaw ever to challenge for the world heavyweight title. The fastest moving world heavyweight champion that's ever been seen. The speed of this man's punch is what usually bewilders and dazzles opponents.
40,000 people attended the fight.
And that's a much better right hand 5 weeks ago, and it looks rather as though he's taking Mildenberger confidently in the second round. And Mildenberger undoubtedly is giving...
I think it took Ali a little bit of time to adjust to the southpaw style of Mildenberger.
Former Cassius Clay having a little bit of difficulty here with an unusual style, this southpaw style of the German. The two best punches against a southpaw are the right hand and a left hook. This is no doubt at all that the wrong way round style of the German is helping him here. That's a good punch from Mildenberger, and that made Muhammad Ali hang on there. And he's got Clay stung here, there's no doubt about it. The champion's having to fight back.
But once Ali had adjusted, I think his jab was a huge weapon, and it started doing serious damage to Mildenberger. It became a one-sided beatdown, and eventually the referee jumped in.
Can't quite finish him, but he might be doing it now. Mildenberger must be very near the end of the road now.
I thought it was a good stoppage.
That may be it, and it is. Teddy Waltham has stopped it. Made his 6th defense of the title, another successful one. 26.
In his next fight against Ernie Terrell, Ali took exception to Terrell calling him Cassius Clay when he had changed his name to Muhammad Ali.
He deliberately insulted me publicly and said my name is Cassius Clay, when it's not. Nor did his hitting power, so he seemed to be fighting just to stay there. I just tagged him. I just hit him with a hook, a right hand, and he's just about going. I thought I had him. I hit him with one hook. I hit him with a right hand there. That was a 1-2 punch, a 1-2. Well, if you notice from the start of the fight, he never was really.
Ali continually screamed, "What's my name?"
But right now, I'm asking him, what's my name? And I think he'll fight. They can't criticize him for stopping, as they did Sonny Liston and many more fighters. There you see me asking him what's my name, which is wrong.
As he pummeled Terrell from pillar to post. Ali was criticized for his in-ring conduct because many people felt he could have knocked Terrell out, but it went the distance.
A volley of punches. There he's holding me and pulling me over the rope and hitting me. He's hitting and holding.
I think it was just Ali being Ali.
So the fight ended in overwhelming victory for Muhammad Ali.
The last fight of Ali's prime was against Zora Foley.
Protect yourself at all times. Good luck to both of you. Shake hands.
Ali seemed to take the first 2 rounds off just so he could get a feel for Foley's speed and style.
Great speed until he's ready to carry the attack. Clay figures when he's ready to open up with a flurry. And he's got all the equipment too.
In the third round, Foley had some success,
Gets ruffled.
but Ali soon took over the fight.
Anything he himself does. He's patient. Ali's looking to get in there now with that famous flurry.
The speed difference between the two fighters was insane, but that was how it was in every Ali fight when he was in his prime.
See how quick the champion's left hand is? Seconds to go in this round.
Notice how Ali times the counter right hands perfectly.
Foley is trying to corner him little by little. See how well the challenger rolls back from those punches? And there's Foley down! down. 5.
Ali's amazing reflexes and incredible speed were never the same after his 3-year layoff. I think it's really sad that he lost his prime years due to politics.
Champion Ali is just too fast.
The KO was brutal, extremely fast and accurate right hands.
Right hand. I don't know if he's going to make this one. 6, 7.
It's possible he could have gotten even better. Sadly, we will never know. In my opinion, he goes down as the greatest fighter of all time.
Successfully defended his heavyweight championship with a knockout. One of the photographers thinks I'm in his way. He's got to say, you're just too darn fast for any of these heavyweights around.
I will not go 10,000 miles from here to help murder and kill another poor people.
You'd only have to say one thing in this country, and you could be back in boxing tomorrow.
See, boys in Vietnam are throwing away, you may say, their lives. I haven't did that much. I'm still living. They are dying today to free somebody they don't know. So what in the hell is a heavyweight title and a few stinky dollar bills for my people's freedom?